ज्योति स्टेनो टाइपिंग कॉलेज में आप सभी का स्वागत है बच्चों। ये आपकी डिक्टेशन नंबर 109 वेबसाइट पे इसको लगा दिया गया है। जो इसको लिख करके पहले अच्छे से लिखें, फिर इसको टाइप कर दें। डिक्टेशन स्टार्ट आफ्टर 5 सेकेंड। सर, 60 days have passed since the budget was presented and we are now going through the constitutional ritual of appropriation bill. Sir, when you were speaking, you spoke about the economic situation and other things. I do not want to repeat all those things. The economic situation is drifting, is becoming very bad. The Prime Minister says, don't ask for more wages, ask for more jobs. The prospect is neither there are jobs nor there are more wages. Everywhere modern technology is used. Computerization is used to reduce the working force. Prices are shooting up. The inflation rate is going on. They may cook up statistics and publish them. Don't depend on those statistics. That will be my advice to the finance minister. The economic situation is drifting very badly, but is a boon to the big monopoly houses and the multinationals. They are minting money. How this miracle happened when the whole country is passing through such a serious crisis? Sir, you have given some of the causes, so I leave it at that. But I will advise the government not to think in terms of confrontation with the working class. Everywhere there is confrontation only for lip sympathy. They speak of cooperation. What is it that I am expected to cooperate with you? I represent the working class of this country. How am I cooperate with you when you are pursuing a policy exactly opposite to the interests of the working class? Am I to cooperate with the government so that it can easily butt my throat? That is on the way of seeking cooperation. Similar is the position with respect to the opposition parties. What is the way in which the government is seeking their cooperation should not be the method of the government in dealing with the working class or the employees. No government, however powerful it may be, can succeed crushing the working class of the country. Another point is our country cannot afford to indulge in all the modern technologies. In the case of defense, it will be necessary. But in the case of other industries, the available manpower must be used. The poverty is growing, the unemployment is growing, and at the same time, there is no prospect of any growth in the employment potential in this country. So the government's economic policy requires a serious review. Did the government have the courtesy to place the sixth 5-year plan before the House for discussion? Why this indifference to Parliament? They say that they believe in parliamentary democracy. The draftee was not placed before the House for discussion. It was straightway approved by the National Development Council. Now they are going to spend as they like and allow multinationals and the smugglers and the other corrupt officials to loot the country. Give us more opportunity to discuss the economic policies and take lessons from our criticism. Mr. Vice Chairman, sir, I would like to support the appropriation bill with two general comments. The first is that the only purpose of those appropriation and finance bills and budgets is to raise resources and to distribute those resources among various items of government which are not decided by the finance ministry. These items or activities of the government are decided by the government as a whole, the cabinet and the various ministers, with the finance minister having a say whether the resources should be a little less or they should be a little more for each department. I think we use this debate in order to range over the whole area of the economy of the government. We expect the minister to contain inflation, to promote industrialization, to promote small industries, to increase farm incomes, to reduce the trade deficit, to increase employment, to contain population, and also the question of the judiciary, the justice, and so on. We range over the whole area, though really the appropriation bill and the finance bill are much more restrictive in their scope. This is my first general comment. My second statement is that the economic situation today is a little worse than when we debated it in the Lok Sabha and in the Rajya Sabha on the general budget. At that time, the finance minister said that the price rise up to January is 13%. I forecast 15%. Now the year has ended. The official figure of inflation is 16% for 12 months, which is well above the forecast. What is even more disturbing is that when we compare the wholesale price index figures, we find that there has been a 4-point rise in prices. The government says that the increase is only in regard to oil and sugar, but the wholesale price index shows that there is increase in every item, in every group of items. Then secondly, in regard to the main anti-inflationary instrument, namely the special bearer bonds scheme, as has been pointed out by the Honorable Finance Minister, his reply to a question, only 1/5 of what was expected has been mobilized so far. This shows that this anti-inflationary scheme has not been as successful as we thought it would be. We expected that it would bring in rupees 1000 crores. Sir, the Rabi crop is expected to be very good, but I see there is a scramble for wheat in Punjab, in Madhya Pradesh, and so on, where the levy has been introduced in order to stop this scramble. As far as the industrial and infrastructure situation is concerned, the picture is mixed. So my second general comment is that I hope the Honorable Minister would agree. He is not responsible for this. The economic situation is a little more gloomy and a little more serious than when we discussed it a month ago under the general budget. This is my general comment on the budget. इस क्लास में इतना ही बच्चों. नमस्कार बच्चों.